Welcome to the Green Mech TV channel. You seldom notice it, but beneath the surface of rivers and shorelines, machines are quietly restoring balance. In this moment, the dredge boats glide into position, their arms reaching down into the silt and sediment. The crew aligns the machinery, lowers suction pipes, and prepares to reclaim what has settled silently over time. As the dredging begins, mud and clay are drawn upward, stirred, and lifted away from the riverbed. The water churns with displaced earth, but the system is designed to capture it carefully, filtering excess water, containing debris, and preventing downstream turbidity. Each scoop, each pulse of suction is a step toward clearer waterways. Across the channel, other vessels work in formation. Their coordinated efforts push through layers of built-up sediment that hinders navigation, damages ecosystems, and burdens aging infrastructure. The dredged material is transported out, often to safe containment or reuse in reclamation. In doing so, these machines are not just clearing channels, they are renewing life beneath the surface. By the time operations slow, the riverbed appears more even, the currents freer, and the water less burdened by hidden fill. The dredge arms retract, the pumps wind down, and the vessels drift outward. Though the work happens out of sight for many, its results ripple outward: safer navigation, healthier aquatic habitats, reduced flooding risk, and renewed ecological balance. Machines drift across the water's surface, poised for a delicate task hidden beneath. The dipper pontoon is lowered slowly, its arm reaching into the depths of the riverbed in search of sediment. Each scoop penetrates the murky bottom, retrieving layers of soil, silt, and debris that have settled over time. Mud and particles rise behind the dredge. The dipper lifts, filled with the reclaimed earth, and deposits it into waiting barges. The crew maneuvers precisely, coordinating the movement of pontoon, arm, and barge with careful timing. Every motion is designed to minimize disturbance while maximizing removal. Across the site, multiple dredging units work in tandem, expanding their reach, ensuring channels are cleared. Sediment that once clogged navigation routes is slowly being drawn out, replaced by open water and renewed depth. The reclaimed material is carried away, sometimes repurposed for land reclamation or deposited in secure containment zones. As the cycle continues, the water above becomes clearer, currents regain strength, and the riverbed gradually reveals its intended shape. The dredging units retreat, their work done. For now. Though unseen by many, this mechanical effort is foundational, restoring waterways, protecting aquatic life, and safeguarding navigation. From the edge of the river, the Geelong CSD 300 positions itself precisely where the water and earth meet. Its Spud carriage drops anchor, holding the vessel steady as the cutter head begins to hum. Slowly, the cutter blade engages with the riverbed, churning through layers of silt, clay, and compacted sediment. As the cutter works, the suction pipe draws the loosened material upward, mud, sand, and fine particles suspended in water. The dredged slurry flows through the discharge pipeline and is pumped off to barges or containment zones. The vessel's power plant and hydraulic systems hum in harmony, supporting the heavy work of excavation and transport. Daylight glints off the machinery as the dredger gradually clears section after section of the riverbed, leaving behind a deeper, more navigable channel. The spud legs adjust, repositioning the cutter to reach new areas. Though much of the activity lies beneath the surface, the effects are clear. The water flows freer, obstacles are removed, and the river regains its intended form. The dredge Goetz moves with purpose along the Missouri River, its hull cutting through water while crews ready the dredging gear. The suction pipes lower, penetrating the riverbed, and the system hums into life, drawing up silt, sand, and sediment that threaten navigation. As the dredge advances, disturbed material is collected and channeled away, restoring depth to the river channel. The crew monitors pumps and flow, adjusting as conditions shift, always balancing power with precision. Within moments, clear water replaces turbid flow, the riverbed regains its shape, and the Goetz continues its mission, silently safeguarding river traffic and sustaining the life of the waterway. A dredger glides along the Panama Canal, its cutter head engaging the riverbed with steady precision. Layers of sediment are loosened, drawn upward through the suction system, and pumped away to maintain navigable depth. The vessel holds its position, its anchors fixed, while hydraulic and mechanical systems hum in harmony. Behind this machinery lies a legacy. For over a century, constant dredging has been essential to keeping the canal open, ensuring ships can pass safely between oceans. The dredge slides slowly through the channel, its machinery enveloped by the glint of sunlight on water. Sailboats drift nearby, sails lowered, as the work of deepening the waterway begins. A long arm reaches down into the channel bed, the cutter or suction head engaging the sediment under the surface. Mud, sand, and silt lift into suspension, drawn upward through suction lines and carried away. The water churns briefly, then settles into clearer currents as the displaced material is transported out. The dredger holds its station, anchored precisely, while the pumps hum steadily and the crews calibrate flow and pressure. As the vessel advances, channels widen, depths increase, and navigation becomes safer for passing vessels. The sailboats observe quietly, their presence a reminder that waterways serve many. Though unseen by many, the dredging is essential, preserving safe passages, preventing shoaling, and restoring balance beneath the surface. In this stretch of water, the dredge works not just to carry earth, but to uphold passage, protect marine life, and maintain the rhythm of movement between land and sea. Heavy machinery moves across the water, setting to work beneath the surface. The dredger's cutter loosens layers of sediment from the river or seabed, while suction lines draw the loosened mix upward. Mud, sand, and debris are lifted away, restoring depth to the channel. The vessel holds steady, its systems humming in sync, hydraulics, pumps, anchors, all operating to precise effect. Though this work hides below the surface, its purpose is clear: maintaining vital waterways, ensuring safe transit, and protecting marine infrastructure. Rivers like the Don Valley carry much more than water. They collect sediment, debris, and runoff over time, gradually narrowing and shallowing the channel. Dredging is the method we use to correct that imbalance, removing built-up silt, mud, and trash, so that rivers can flow freely again. As the dredge moves into position, its arm lowers into the riverbed, the cutter loosens compacted layers of soil and vegetation. Suction systems then lift the loosened mixture upward, sending it through pipelines toward disposal or reuse zones. Each pass restores capacity where water was once blocked. Without dredging, heavy rains can cause flooding, banks may erode, navigation becomes difficult, and ecosystems suffer. By reclaiming depth and improving flow, dredging helps protect nearby communities, ensures safe passage for boats, and sustains aquatic habitats. Ultimately, dredging in the Don Valley isn't just a mechanical task, it's a vital intervention to maintain balance between land and water, to shield cities from overflow, and to give rivers the space they need to breathe again. They navigate the dredge into place, steadying it as the machinery hums to life. A cutter head descends into the riverbed, churning through layers of built-up sediment, mud, and sand. The suction system draws the loosened material upward, channeling a slurry of water and earth into the pipeline. Meanwhile, the vessel holds its position, spudded into the river floor, while pumps and hydraulics work in unison. Sediment is carried away to upland areas or beneficial reuse sites. Gradually, the depth returns, and the once clogged channel is revived. Though much of the work lies beneath the surface, its purpose is clear. This dredging operation ensures safe navigation, combats shoaling, and helps restore balance to the waterway. Machines hum against the soft light of morning. The dredgers move steadily along the harbor's edge, their arms reaching down into depths where years of silt and sediment have settled. Each vessel stakes its position, anchors or spuds piercing into the bed, holding themselves firm in shifting currents. The cutter heads engage. Slowly, methodically, they carve into layers of mud and clay, loosening what was once compacted. The suction pipelines come alive, drawing upward the mixture of water and earth. Slurry surges through the hoses, passing into barges or containment zones. From above, water churns and ripples as the dredged material departs. Across the harbor, multiple dredgers work in coordination. They move as a fleet, covering wide swaths, overlapping zones, ensuring no pocket is left undone. As one cutter retreats, another advances. As one pipeline fills, another moves. The vessels adjust, repositioning spuds or anchors to reach new stretches of underwater terrain. Even as chaos stirs below, the surface holds its calm. Boats bob gently, unaffected. The dredging is hidden, yet essential, a quiet battle against the natural accumulation that would choke navigation lanes, harm ecosystems, and threaten infrastructure. Over time, the harbor depth improves. Passages widen, draft limitations ease, and the vessels of commerce and leisure alike find safer waters. The sediment removed is not simply discarded. It's often carried to reclamation sites, used to bolster shorelines, or managed carefully to prevent downstream impact. As the sun climbs the dredgers, work continues. The cutter pulses, suction hums, pipelines stretch farther, and the harbor transforms beneath their wake. By the time the operation winds down, the deepened channels stand as testimony to human ingenuity, working with nature's forces. Steel beams rise over the river as dredging machines take their place along the current. Beneath, suction pipes plunge into the riverbed, pulling up layers of mud and sediment with relentless force. The churned mixture of water and earth surges through pipelines, directed toward containment or reclaimed zones. Above the surface, structures stand in temporary alignment, part of construction efforts tied to river works and stabilization. But the real change lies beneath. As dredged material is removed, channels deepen, flow improves, and the balance between structure and nature is reinforced. The dredger glides into place on the canal, its hull steady and purposeful. Below the surface, the cutter head spins, dislodging layers of silt, mud, and debris that have settled over time. The suction pipe hums to life, drawing the slurry upward through pipelines toward barges or containment zones. As the vessel holds its position, its anchors or spuds grip the canal bed. Hydraulics, pumps, and controls work in harmony to maintain flow and manage pressure. With each pass, the channel deepens, creating safer passage. Though much of this action is hidden from view, its effects resonate above: improved navigation, reduced risk of flooding, and healthier waterways. The canal comes back to life. One scoop, one lift, one cleanup at a time. The dredger moves into position in waters thick with suspended particles, preparing to reclaim land from the coal-laden seabed. Its heavy-duty cutter spins to life, slicing into layers of sediment mixed with coal dust and silt. Beneath the surface, the slurry of water, soil, and coal fragments is drawn up through the suction pipeline, pushed onward toward collection zones. The vessel holds steady, anchored, or spudded in place, while pumps and hydraulics maintain their rhythm, pressure, flow, and balance finely tuned. As dredging continues, the channel depth increases, and obstructive layers of coal refuse begin to clear from the bed. Each pass of the cutter carriage uncovers fresher substrate, restoring structure to the underwater terrain. Above the water, the scene seems calm, but below lies intense mechanical choreography. Sediment shifted, material relocated, and aquatic space renewed. In the heart of Amsterdam, the dredgers slip quietly through narrow waterways, their machines reaching down into centuries of built-up sediment. With deliberate precision, the cutter heads churn beneath the surface, loosening layers of silt, clay, and debris. Suction pipes come alive, drawing the slurry upward, carrying mud and waste away from these historic channels. Anchored in place by spuds or retractable legs, the dredging vessels work within tight constraints. Low bridges, delicate banks, and constant boat traffic demand both finesse and power. As material is lifted, the canal depths gradually deepen, undoing years of natural accumulation. What the city above rarely sees is the hidden struggle below, reclaiming space for water, keeping navigation safe, and preserving the fragile balance of Amsterdam's canal system. In each pass of the dredger, the waterways are renewed, clearer, deeper, and ready to flow again.